Hello all, my name is Cassie Gregory. I'm an intuitive artist who paints people's spirit animals. Also, I'm a teacher who helps people reconnect with their creative lives. Today, I'm going to show you how I do my vision boards and show you why I think they're important. I'm doing it from a different angle than most people probably approach vision boards because vision boards is like, what do you need now? And just put on a piece of paper, draw a piece of paper, and just stick it on the wall. I just want to go that one step further and embrace all of your psyche, your spirit in the vision board process because it really takes our childlike imagination to create a vision board. So I want to show you how to not only use your desire to create a vision board, but also your instincts and to reconnect with your inner child while you do this. And it may take away a bit of the expectations of what is expected through a vision board and just create a vision board for just you. So I've called this little I guess it would be a webinar, the Childlike Imagination Vision Board. Remember the hopes and dreams you had of it as an inner child, of your inner child. So I really love this picture. I think it's really adorable. And I did this about 2 years ago. And sounds funny now because back then I had all these great ideas, but I didn't have the confidence to go through and share these ideas. But I've been doing a lot of serious work on myself, using my own techniques as well as techniques of others to get the confidence just to speak live and share my ideas with others. And I feel so excited doing this. And I feel excited that I found this again and that I'm actually ready to share my ideas to the world. And that's like a big transformation for me. And I guess that's what I want to do for other people is people have great ideas and I want to help them in the process of believing their ideas and follow it through and creating the best possible futures for themselves. So I'm so happy I found this. Okay, I'll move along. Okay, so childlike imagination, vision boards, remember the hopes and dreams of your inner child. Okay, so the first step I believe is important is just imagining and just have fun with this. It's like remember when it was simple. Remember your dreams were big and nothing could stop you from wanting those things. They were pure and straight from the heart. I want you to come back to that place where you had no expectations of others. You just had to think of yourself and listen to yourself and see what you really wanted. You can even imagine those things that you enjoyed when you were a child. Like, playing sports, if that lit you up. If you love drawing like me and that lit you up. Or if you just like playing with your friends, just think of those things that really lit you up when you're young, or even those things that light you up now. Vision boards is also about play. It's not just about what do I expect from my life. It's you get to play with this, you get to have fun with this, and you get to reconnect with that self that maybe some of you haven't reconnected with for such a long time, that inner child, and listen to what they used to enjoy. Like it's always great to just put your financial goals, your career goals, and that on a piece of paper. I'm not saying any of that's wrong. But in this process, we're going to look at those things that really light you up and really make you feel really great about yourself without the expectations of what you should have, like your financial goals, your career goals, your family goals. In this process, we're going to maybe leave them to the side, leave them to last. I'm not saying they're not going to be a part of this, but this one is going to be for you and about you. And you'll find those things will slip into your life anyway because you have the instinct to have them there. But this one is about what really lights you up and what's really important to you. Okay, so a few suggestions to get back to your inner child and think of the things that really made you, I'm going to use the word light up, happy, excited, and what really stimulates that inner joy inside of yourself. So these are just a few suggestions I want you to do for this activity. Okay, so I even wrote it down. Go back to a time where you were a child. Remove the adult and outside influence and have fun with this. I've said this before. I have a few suggestions of categories that inner child or your children dream of. So you can role play. Like, what are the heroes you used to inspire you when you were a child? What did you want to dress up when you had a dress up day or a disco? Who did you want to dress up with? Who inspired you? And think about that. And if it was Batman, why was he important to you? Was it because was important to you because he had justice or he liked action? Or if you like My Little Unicorn like me, why did I like that? It's because I believe friendship is magic. Just things like this. Why did you choose these characters when you're a child? Why did you love them? Just explore a little bit deeper. Toys and animals. Like, what toys did you enjoy as a kid? What animals were your favorite animals as a kid? Just dig a little bit deeper and just see why though you enjoyed them. Your friends you used to play with, your family, what do you admire about them? And what adventures did you go on? If you're like me, we used to love going bushwalking and creating little journeys for ourselves when we went to Animal Park and just sort of, we used to hide and just pretend that there was a lot going on more than there was happening. Like, we're coming back from going back to the castle. I was lucky. I had a big imagination when I was a kid. I used to do a lot of play. If you follow me, you probably know that even when I used to draw, I used to make up little worlds for myself because that was the type of kid I am. I'm a very creative child. And this activity for me is quite easy because I give myself permission to be creative on a daily basis. And this is what I'm trying to do to you. And just everyone is different with this, and everyone's going to have their own different stories to share on their vision boards. But this has to be about you, not the people around you. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the next one. Okay, so this is the vision board I did. As you can see, it's not pretty. It's just stand out, but this is what I wanted 5 years ago. And I think it's still the same. I can already see where I've already got some of the things I wanted and I'm where I'm at. And I can see that I'm still that person that I wanted to be in the vision board. So the activity of just placing everything on here now, that's really important. And as you can see, I've done that. But again, I want you to explore after you've done your vision board. Why did you choose these things? Why did I have a lion? Why did I have animals? Why did I put the bird up there? To me, this is a very abstract one, but this one is to let you to dig a little bit deeper and see not only what you want in your life, but I want you to see what you value in your life because your values are the prime things that drive you to get what you want. And once you know your values and what's most important to you, it's easier to prioritize what's going on in your life and just see how you operate and how you think about things and what's important to you. Because what's important to you or what you desire, you're automatically going to be driven to that. Values are your foundation of your desire. And you're going to we naturally make sure our values are fulfilled before everything else. And so this is, I guess, an evaluation of your values in a way. I'll show you how I did mine. But if you dig a little bit deeper, it'll make it easier for you to actually achieve these things in your life. Okay, so this is what I come up with when I did this activity. Discover your values. Look at your vision board and think why you've made those choices. What is your inner child showing you that you want more of in your life? So I just really explained that, but obviously I just had this extra slide that I didn't realize I had. I think I oversimplified this really much, but that's okay. So let's go and see what I've done with this. Okay, so this one was my art and desire to create. I love to be strong as a lion, and lions also represent love of their community, their tribe, and that's something I also want to aspire to is showing love and connection to all the people who I choose to allow in my life or who want to be in my life. So that's important that I feel that they're connected with me. I feel they're connected to them, and I guess I do have that protective personality and growth personality as a group. So that's why I like lions. I need to have pets and animals in life. As you can see, I've got pets and animals in my life and intimacy with animals. I connect with animals just as much as I connect with humans. And I kind of need that other energy in my life. Animals have a different energy than humans. I think they're more compassionate, or I think they understand things differently to us, and they don't have the concept of time holding them back, the concept of money holding them back. They're just themselves all the time because they don't have those interactive things that like human does. We're very smart as a species, but I think we make too many decisions that go against us. This is just my personal belief because we want to create society, we want to create more in our life. I love being with animals because they don't have this desire. They want to be simple. They love being simple. They're just showing up day by day. And that's why I love their energy because they have the ability to do that, to show up just by day. If they're upset, they will let you know. They won't try to hide it. They'll just say, I'm upset. If they're happy and if they love you, they'll just let you know. They won't try to hide it. And I think that's what I love about animal energy. It's just purely themselves. And as human beings, yes, we do have element of that, but I just think we're kind of clouded by our own expectations of things we must build all the time, which I don't think is a bad thing because that's what we're, I guess, taught all our life. There's not much room for space to let ourselves just be. And that's why I love animals because they remind me of there's space to just, it's okay to just be at times. And I'll go to the other one, desire to be closer with my family and friends. That's probably one of the biggest drive in my life. Constructive creativity. I not only want to create, but I want to make sure that my creations are actually functionable. I need companionship. I love that I'm unique about myself. I love that I have very strong friendships. I need adventure and story imagination in my life. I want to feel that my love and my companionship makes a difference in this world. I want more magic in my life, more time out with friends. I want to be a cat. I think it's wanting to be a cat is that aloofness that I was talking about before, that I don't really need to worry about things. I just be who I am and not worry about consequences all the time. Or if I feel like I need to just sleep for a day, I can just sleep for a day. Or if my body is telling me to go out and play, it's like I would love to have that opportunity to just follow my instincts and just be. I guess that's an important value for me too. I know it's not always realistic with what's going on in the world, but I want to just be in as many parts of my life as possible. And I really like techno man. I was like younger, and I think I chose this. You don't have to be big to make a difference in this world. So it just choosing him to be my hero as a little girl was just reminding me that I can just be one person, and my kindness and my action does make a difference in this world. So now I have my values worked out, as you can see. I can see what I really truly want. Those other, I guess, tangible things is just things to help me get more of these things in my life. So money is a tangible thing so I can do my art to create. Having time is that tangible thing so I can have more time with my family, etc. So these are the things that motivate us, and this is why doing a vision board this way before you do a vision board the other way is important, because you actually see what is motivating you to want these things. Okay, so I'll just go to the next page. Okay, as I said, now that you have a vision, are you able to add more of that into your life? And as I said, okay, how can you find the time to make more time with your family? How can you find the resources? I guess what we usually put on our vision board is more resources, which is great, which is fantastic. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but our resources are here to meet our values. And that's why we chase resources instead of chasing our values. And if you look at your values and chase your values, it will be a lot easier than chasing resources all the time because our values, we have a lot of control over that. We don't always have control over resources, but we do have control over our values. And that's why it's best to look at this vision board just to see what truly motivates us. Okay, so I'm going to just read from the screen here. By doing this activity, you're able to discover that there were things that you desired more of without considering the responsibility you have as an adult. And that's another reason I like this because you don't have to consider anyone else. You don't have to consider work. You don't have to consider your spouse. You don't have to consider your children or family or outside family or friends. This is about you, what you value. And once you know what you value, it's easier to communicate that with the people around you so they can understand what's happening a lot better for you as well. Another point I suggested, is there anything that particularly stood out as something that you have been missing for some time? Consider, can you add more of that in your life? So I guess this is just helping you go in that direction to see what really matters to you most. Because as I said, resources, you can chase resources for a long time. But if they're not fulfilling your values, you can be very unhappy just chasing resources or chasing resources to help others without considering your own values can make you very unhappy for a long time. So this is why I suggest do your childlike vision boards as well, so you can see what does truly get to the sense of what makes you happy without external pressures. Because I know if I just wanted to do a vision board without thought, money would be the first thing I wanted, a holiday, just these things like that. They're things that are outside of me. They're important because I want a holiday because I want more time to myself and have good memories with families. I want money so I can feel those other needs, like I can have more creativity in my life, make more time with my family, and make more memorable times with my family. But that's why I want those resources. It's not because I want to go on a holiday because a holiday is good. So just consider why you make these choices from your values so you can see how you can have more of your values in your life. And I think that was the last slide. Yes, thank you. I like Falcor. It's one of my favorite stories, the never-ending stories. It's one that always comes to mind when I think of my childhood, and I think that's why I chose Falcor there, because that was my childlike innocence. This He was in a time when I grew up and started learning about sadness and human emotions and feelings. Like even I think I cried so much where the horse got so sad that I can't remember the horse's name, but it got so sad that it got stuck in that sand and it took it because of the overwhelming sadness. I think that was a great lesson for children about the overwhelming sadness, how if you don't sort of stop and think about it and explore it, it can take you. But you can't always make yourself happy. Sometimes the overwhelming sadness will take you and you may go under. But I know that you won't go under for ages, so that's how I explore it. But I think there was a great lesson in that, and I love stories. I love those instinctive stories because I think every story there's a great lesson in it if you're just willing to open up and listen to it. And I think that's why I love my stories so much. That's another value with me. I love exploring things and ideas. But I will let you go there, and I just want to say thank you. If there's any questions, just share them with me. You can find me at tigrisillustrations.com, or I also have a page called The Heart of Tigris. You'll see my name, Cassie Gregory, Heart of Tigris, if you want to just follow my community and see the work I'm doing through my art. If you love seeing things like this. I'm helping people discover their own creativity and reconnect with that. I actually have some courses happening at the moment as well. If you want to find out more about reconnecting or reigniting your creativity and feeling safe with that idea, please connect with me. But I'll let you here. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your values, get connected with yourself. There's a great gem in just getting to know yourself and loving yourself for it. Anyway, love and light, Cassie. Mwah. Bye, all.